You, Brian. This morning we are following up on a shooting in Statesville where 3 kids were shot last night. Police say a 9-year-old girl has now died. The 3 victims were involved in 2 separate shootings just a few blocks apart. Statesville police say they responded to the 2 scenes within nearly 90 minutes of each other. Right now it's still unclear if they're both connected. If you have any information that could help either of these investigations, you're urged to contact Statesville police. The man accused of killing a High Point University student is waking up in a Tennessee jail this morning without bond. Michael Cadogan appeared before a judge yesterday and agreed to be extradited back to High Point, where he will face first-degree murder charge. He's accused of killing 19-year-old Gianna Delgado last week, then trying to dispose of her body in a lake in eastern Tennessee. Authorities arrested him in Delgado's car with her body inside. Cadogan's extradition is expected in the coming weeks. In just a few hours from now, the High Point police will hold a flyer response at Palladium Park in reference to Gianna Delgado's murder. The department plans to meet at the shopping center there before heading to the apartment complex where the 2 shared. There will be a quick discussion at 9:30 beforehand. Investigators are still looking for the suspect they say shot and killed people in Eden. The Rockingham County Sheriff's Office says 2 people are now dead and 1 is in the hospital after Sunday night's shooting. Sheriff Page says gunfire came from the woods across from the home on Dan River Church Road. The 3 people were on the porch. Investigators say they do not think this deadly shooting was random. And in Winston-Salem, investigators say they don't believe foul play was behind an apartment fire over the weekend. That fire killed a baby and a man. It happened early yesterday morning along White Meadow Lane. 21-year-old Anthony King died at the scene. A 10-month-old baby and an 18-year-old woman were rushed to the hospital. We're told the child died. The woman is critically injured. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And beyond North Carolina, there is slow progress in the search for the more than 100 people in that Florida condo building collapse. Rescuers just north of Miami are now in the 6th day survivor search. Since Thursday, they have only found bodies. There are 11 confirmed deaths so far, while 150 people remain unaccounted for. A makeshift memorial is growing near the site of the collapse with photos of the missing attached to a chain link fence near the property. People are coming to the wall to pray and leave flowers. Dozens of rescuers are still combing through the debris around the clock. The Miami-Dade mayor says many families are coping with the news that their loved ones may not come home. Later this morning, President Joe Biden heads to Wisconsin to sell the bipartisan infrastructure package proposed by a group of senators. In the meantime, members of the House are working to get a package of their own on the floor for a vote. President Biden is expected to talk about the economy and agriculture while promoting the bipartisan infrastructure deal. Meanwhile, some Democrats are holding out for a broader plan. The $1.2 trillion bipartisan package includes funding for roads, public transportation, and broadband improvements. During his trip to Wisconsin, the president is expected to tout the agreement as a way to help rebuild the economy and create jobs. But the president also faces pressure from House Democrats who say they won't support the Senate plan and are pushing for a larger deal.
The Senate doesn't run the show. The Senate doesn't tell the White House what to do. The Senate doesn't tell the House what to do. They're a co-equal partner in all of this.
President Biden is set to tour a public transit center in Wisconsin today, followed by a speech about the infrastructure package. Staying in the nation's capital, the U.S. Supreme Court handed a victory to a transgender student who was not allowed to use the bathroom of his choice. The court decided not to take up the case of Gavin Grimm of Virginia, who was denied access to the boys' bathroom by the county school board. At issue was whether or not federal anti-discrimination laws apply to LGBTQ students. Lower courts had struck down rules that prohibit transgender students from using school bathrooms that correspond with their gender identity. And a big announcement from Randolph Community College. It's providing eligible 2021 high school grads free tuition if they qualify as part of the Longleaf Commitment Grant. Full-time eligible students are guaranteed to receive $700 to $2,800 per year for 2 years. Part-time students may also receive some grant money. For more on the eligibility requirements, we invite you to visit WXII12.com and click on this story.